Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. You know, AI hype is fading fast. This whole fiasco, we know how this goes. Guys, I'm going to take you back to a time when how old was I? It was before COVID, but call it 2019. Do you guys remember what the market was doing in 2019? Does anybody remember what the stock market was doing in 2019? Well, it was going to all-time highs. So you guys remember when COVID happened, the stock market went down and then came right back up. So I'm taking you back to this time frame just to remind you of where we were and where we've always been, really since 2008. But this whole idea is that we can just continue on into the stratosphere without any repercussions whatsoever, without any type of guardrails, without any type of greed turning into fear. Because at a certain point, there's only so much liquidity and you have to pay the bill that comes due. You can pass money back and forth between, let's say, Amazon and Anthropic. I was just watching a video about the $50+ billion back and forth between Anthropic and Amazon or whatever it is, and then another 50 billion into OpenAI. And I don't know the exact numbers, but I do know that Amazon is sloshing around $200 billion like it's nothing, while giving their employees 1% cost of living adjustments and also laying them off at scale. So the corporate greed has gotten to the point where it truly is disgusting. And at a certain point, you kind of have to celebrate the fact that this whole AI narrative is falling apart rapidly. And people are sick of this shit, People are sick of hearing about AI. People are sick of marketing. Everything has AI attached to it. People are sick about hearing about how AI is going to take their job and how they have to reskill. People are sick of these large tech corporations, these mega corporations, laying people off while they're touting the benefits and the amazing transformation that's going to happen with AI. Now, one thing I've always said is that AI definitely has use cases. Like, I use AI. I've built products with AI in them. But AI is a tool. It's not everything. And people who are using AI for literally everything in their lives are the ones who are going to get hurt the worst by this. I was talking about how workers who are depending on AI for every task, from production, code edits and things of this nature, but not just code edits. We're not just talking like making software changes, but now we're talking about everything in the production process, to where you're no longer using AI as an assistant, but you're using it to critically think and do all sorts of stuff that ordinarily would have been done by a human. And these are the people who are at risk in their careers. They're losing critical thinking skills and things that they're basically just trying to replace with AI to give them an easy way out. And of course, management and all of these tech CEOs are looking for the easy way out also, because who doesn't want to lay people off and save tens of millions on the bottom line? If you're an executive in these corporations, you're benefiting, you have your golden parachute. Who cares about everybody else, right? It's easy to think this way. It's easy to look your neighbor dead in the eye and say, your job doesn't matter. Fuck you, I got mine. When you get to that level, all of us can say that we wouldn't do such a thing in the name of efficiency. All of us can sit here and try to act like we're the good guy and say, oh yeah, we would never do such a thing, until we're put in that kind of situation and we have to make those tough decisions. Now, I've never been in that situation where I'm literally making headcount decisions to lay off people because of artificial intelligence. But obviously these companies have gotten way overboard with it. And, there's no doubt that the greed is out of control. And I'm not trying to sit here on a moral high horse or anything, but this is a systematic issue in corporate America that we've seen before. And the reason I initially brought up the 2019 to 2020 timeframe is to show you that greed can continue on a lot longer than people think. You know, it's funny because back in 2019 and that time frame before COVID actually happened, you know, interest rates were starting to go up and then they went right back down to zero. And when that happened, from about 2020-ish until 2022 during COVID, we saw an explosive growth in the stock market, massive liquidity. We saw about $5 trillion created out of thin air, stimulus checks, lots of gambling in the market, and everything went to the moon. And I feel like we're still kind of experiencing the side effects of that, you know? And that's why I keep on saying that although I truly believe that this AI hype is going to wear off and wear off quite dramatically, and that greed is going to turn to fear in a quite dramatic fashion. You know, the larger the greed cycle, the larger the fear cycle. Although I believe that's the case, I also believe that this extremely large cycle is so large that it could penetrate and continue to just keep on expanding well into 2030. You know, we're at the point now where since the ChatGPT moment, it's only been 3+ years, but CEOs, executives, all these guys have gone completely manic with AI, and they cannot envision a future without it. It's everything. It's the solution to the headcount issues. It's the solution to having too much headcount. Just use AI as an excuse. It can be used and marketed in a way that benefits these guys tremendously. And so that's why they have to keep it going. You know, what would happen if Amazon and their stock price, you know, it already went down from 270-ish down to 245 very rapidly. You know, they're investing $200 billion into AI. What happens, you know, their free cash flow is down dramatically as well. What happens when the AI investments that they've made don't turn out the way that they thought they would? And suddenly, a mega corporation such as Amazon is left holding the bag. And now, their stock price is going down even more, and shareholders are asking the question, why did we dump all this money into AI? We could have gotten a much better return on investment than the shit that you put, you know, our money into. So shareholders are asking very tough questions. The stock price is going down. What do you think Amazon's solution is going to be in this case? Well, it's going to be what their solution has always been, to lay more people off. Now, I get that Amazon is a large company, and I'm picking on them because of how much I love the company, of course. Have a great relationship with them. But, you know, I'm picking on this company, I'm picking on Amazon, but it's true for any of these big tech firms. This is what we're facing. They're going to use it as the default excuse for everything until they can't anymore, until they run out of steam. And if you guys remember 2019 onward, when I bring up that time frame right before COVID, think about how many cycles we've seen in the market since that time frame. Think about the fact that we've seen NFTs come and go. We've seen cloud computing. We've seen quantum computing, and now AI, all this stuff. You know, even before then, it was 3D printing. I remember back in 2017-ish time frame. You know, then the Jack Jackson, the stocks, you know, those types. I'm not going to say the name. I don't want to get shadow banned, but I don't know what YouTube's rules are on that these days. But the point is, there was a trend for that as well. Now, those are obviously smaller trends. And in the context of EVs and all these trends we've seen with Tesla, remember when every ICE vehicle was going to be replaced? Remember when there was going to be no more internal combustion engines? Remember when electric vehicles were going to take over the roads 5 years ago? Did that end up happening? No. Is it going to happen? Maybe eventually, but it's obviously taken a lot longer than people have said it's going to take. You know, this goes back to 2010, 2015 when Tesla started coming on the road. You know, where's this massive transformation that we were supposed to see? I made a video talking about, you know, where are these massive job losses? Sure, we're seeing layoffs, but can you really contribute it to artificial intelligence? I would say no. In fact, I would say you can probably contribute it more to high interest rates. And the fact is that with high interest rates and a slowing economy with lower liquidity from an economy that was previously dependent on those low interest rates and the high liquidity from the market, even going back to 2008, you know, because of the fact that we were so addicted as Peter Schiff uses the example, taking away the punch bowl, after a massive party, and now everybody has a massive hangover. And we wonder why Americans are struggling. Well, part of it, yes, is because there's layoffs, and part of that is because of high interest rates and the slowing of the economy. You can use AI as an excuse if you're one of these CEOs, sure. But at the same time, that's where all this is coming from. The slowing down of the economy has been happening really since 2022. That's when everything began. So it's much more complex. If we went down to 0% interest rates again, think about how much that would stimulate everything. But they can't do that because of the risk of inflation. The risk of inflation is far too high for them to come out. This new Fed guy who got in there, who's taken Jerome Powell's spot, I forget his name off the top of my head, but I talked about him. And, it's the same old song and dance. They can't cut interest rates because if they do that, then inflation risks running out of control. The jobs data technically is good enough in the fact that, they can get away with, keeping interest rates where they're at. They don't have to cut interest rates because the inflation is the higher concern right now. So as I've been saying, they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. But please note, guys, this AI narrative, this thing that we're seeing is starting to cool down real quick. Think about how many people hate artificial intelligence, how much resistance has been building, and how much people are just honestly despising it at this point because we're tired. And I've been saying this probably for about 2 years now, on this channel, that we're tired of having it shoved down our throat, especially over the last year, discussing the fact that people are just tired of hearing about it in the news. People are tired of hearing about it in the, everywhere. It's just one of those things. And, you can only take so much of something before you grow weary of it, before you grow sick of it. And that's where everybody's at, no matter what they can argue the benefits are of artificial intelligence. It's like, so what? So what? You can write a draft, you can write an email. That's old news. People want something new. Until they bring us something brand new, that's what they're going to have to do to keep this party going. If they want this party to keep going, especially with elevated interest rates, these big tech companies who care so much about their stock price and they can't let their stock price fall, they're going to have to come up with something else to market because at this point, the AI narrative is wearing off fast, which I find kind of hilarious because of how much money they've poured into this. Sometimes when you go all in, you win big, and sometimes you lose big. And I've been there, and I've been on both sides of the coin. And so, you got to play your cards. But at the end of the day, these tech companies are playing their cards in a massive, massive way that, in my opinion, is basically a massive gamble. And so if they end up losing, if Amazon ends up losing most of its $200 billion while they're laying off people and, telling them to come back to the office because they need to collaborate, well, that's on them. Those are the decisions they've made as a large corporation, and they're going to have to suffer for it. And so I don't feel much sympathy for them because they didn't have much sympathy for the people they were laying off while they were investing $200 billion into AI. So, that's if their stock price goes down, so be it. It's like, and I'm just saying, guys, the point is greed only lasts so long. And I'll leave that as the final note. Fear and greed come and go. And, Gordon Gekko from the 1987 Wall Street movie might tell you that greed, in fact, is good. But I would argue differently. Greed is not good. And I've experienced both sides of the coin. Fear is not good either. But right now we have excessive greed in the market. And we only know that what comes after greed is what? Fear. We know that after greed comes a massive level of fear. And so we're going to see that after this whole AI bubble collapses at some point. The question is, how long can they keep this going? And can they come up with something else exciting to throw us a carrot and tell us how great artificial intelligence and remind us of how much we need AI. Can they keep this party going? Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Thank you so much for tuning in, though. I'm going to finish my walk, and we will see you guys in the next one. Take care.